Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing well. And today we're doing another Series 7 VGC battle. Again, we're using the same team as last episode. That is the Blastoise and INDEEDEE combo. Yeah, overall, I just feel like this team is just a really strong team. And there's a lot of cool combinations you can do with it. I'm excited for today's battles, and let's hop right into it. Okay, so our opponent here has Spectre, Togekiss, Urshifu, Regieleki, Lando, and Incineroar. Glastrier actually does really well against like every single Pokemon. So what if we bring... I'm down to just do like Hard Trick Room and DDD Dusclops. And then Incineroar and Glastriodon in the back. Because Glastriodon actually does very well. So, I think that's fine. Incineroar obviously just to help out with things like the Lando and they are Incin and Urshifu, so obviously Spectre is going to be a bit of an issue. But that's pretty much it, I think. I don't really see like others being an issue. They could probably just lead like Aleki Spectrier, and then if Aleki's support, then they can just set up screens and stuff. Oh, and his profile like that, so you know he's a sweat. Okay. Lead with Incineroar and Spectre. Okay. Now, did they Dynamax like right off the bat with Spectre? So Citrus Berry and Life Orb. Okay. So we know it's not weakness policy, which is pretty good. I don't really want an Expanding Force, so I think we can just Follow Me Trick Room. I think is probably the safest option. Because if Incineroar taunts, he taunts the INDEEDEE, and I'd rather have that than the Dusclops. Oh, they actually take back Spectre, and they throw in a Lucky. Okay. I mean that's fine, right? Because what does Incineroar? Does Incineroar just... Yeah, Incineroar does taunt. So that's fine by me. You can just trick him. So I'm down to just like Nightshade, Expanding Force the Aleki. I think that'll do a good bit of damage. And I mean, I don't know. If Expanding Force does enough, we can just KO it with one turn. The really good thing about bringing INDEEDEE turn 1 is that the Incineroar just couldn't use Fake Out. So we had to go for Taunt. We knew he was going for Taunt, so we could just redirect that onto INDEEDEE. Actually, now that I think about it, Regieleki's probably not support. It's probably like full attack. Okay, that was a good play by my opponent. So they do get double protected there, and then they go for Parting Shot on the INDEEDEE. And they send out Spectre again. So maybe it is support. It was just weird having two support Pokemon on the field. So good thing is we actually do get an Expanding Force hit off on Spectre, which just does a lot of damage. I'm pretty glad about that. And I'm down to just like Expanding Force again, and then oh, we can Haze actually. We can Haze, get rid of our own stat drops, and then Expanding Force will do more. Spectre uses Protect. I'm fine with that. So Parting Shot pretty much just did nothing. How much is Expanding Force do now? That just does so much damage. Oh my god, and they attack Dusclops, which is fine. Yeah, so I'm down to just Expanding Force again. And then... do I Pain Split? I mean, is Pain Split even really worth it right now? I don't think so. So we can just double up onto the Spectre. Even if Regieleki does use Protect, doesn't really mean anything. Just next turn I can just Nightshade it. Oh, and they take out Spectre again. Incineroar? Incineroar, okay. So that's fine, because regardless, Regieleki just goes down. And the Nightshade still attacks Incineroar. Okay, never mind. I forgot to use Protect. Okay, that's okay. Nightshade, how much does Nightshade do? Nightshade does a good amount of damage, actually. So we can just like Expanding Force, and then I'm down to like Pain Split. Insane. Oh, we actually. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to just Pain Split the Incineroar here. Get like a bunch of my HP back. What could they do here? Because we both haven't used our Dynamax. Spectrier is just so low. Same for Aleki, and then I don't think it's worth maxing Incineroar. So how much HP do we actually get back from this? Oh my god, we get so much. That's pretty good. And we actually use Taunt on Blastoise. Okay. I mean, that's fine, because Aleki just goes down here regardless. And I think we have one more turn of Trick Room left. So we can just Nightshade. Oh, no, we don't. Okay, so that was our last one. So they do send out Spectrier. Do I want to keep INDEEDEE? Because we can just switch into Incineroar here. Yeah, I think we switch into Incineroar, expect a max. Oh wait, but we followed me anyway, so that's okay. Mostly because I just want to get like fake out damage on the Incineroar, and then we can just Expanding Force the Spectre, which I think is fine. Even though Spectre is like just a special attacker, so Intimidate just doesn't really affect it. But that's why I was using Follow Me in anticipation of, yeah. So I think that's pretty good actually. I'm totally fine with that. So we can just Expanding Force Spectre and then fake out the Incineroar. I think that's pretty safe because Spectre, like, realistically can't do anything to either of us. I'm not either Incineroar or INDEEDEE. So it's kind of stuck. It's kind of forced to switch out too. Or he could just go for like Mud Slap or whatever, but we'd be fine with that. The question is, do they anticipate the fake out that I'm using on their Incineroar? Either way, I think, yeah, it's just fine, because we bring it down to half, it's buried. Spectre uses Hyper Beam. Insane. on INDEEDEE. Oh wow. Yeah, Exploding Punch does so much damage. So I'm down to just like switch into Dusclops, preserve INDEEDEE a bit longer, and then you can just Darkest. Do we want a Darkest Lariat? Yeah. Because my opponent just does not really have a good Dynamax option at the moment. I think the moment INDEEDEE successfully got Expanding Force off on the Spectrier, then like it kind of just completely ruined their plan because it did almost half HP. So Spectrier does go down here, which is really, really good. So I'm kind of debating whether or not to switch into Glacier, or maybe INDEEDEE again. Maybe we switch out INDEEDEE. Sorry, switch out Incineroar into INDEEDEE. We can Trick Room. And the last Pokemon is Togekiss. Okay. So they just have Incineroar and Togekiss left. I don't want to get taunted again. I really don't want to get taunted. What can we do here? Maybe just Nightshade. And then I'm down to just Parting Shot the Togekiss. Or actually, let's Parting Shot the Incineroar so we can bring Glacier in. And then it wouldn't do as much. Glacier or INDEEDEE? I think I want to bring... Actually, you know what? We'll bring INDEEDEE in, and then INDEEDEE will faint the next turn. And then we can just get like a good... oh, they're actually maxing the Togekiss. Okay. I think that's fine, really, right? Because you just target the Incineroar here. The bad thing would be if Incineroar gets knocked out. The max Airstream. Dusclops. I mean, Dusclops really just eats that up, so. Yeah, and he just used Taunt anyway, so I didn't feel comfortable going for Trick Room. So I think we just bring out INDEEDEE, follow me, and then we can just Nightshade. Or even Pain Split, actually, depending on how much this does. Oh no, sorry, we can't Pain Split, we're taunted. So we'll just Nightshade again. Get as much damage off into the Incineroar as we can. Oh, unless they taunt us. But I think that's okay if they taunt INDEEDEE, because then that's kind of just a waste on their turn. If Dusclops does go down, we still get a free switch into Glacier, which I'll take. Okay, and then they should Airstream. Airstream just takes us out. So then, do they don't double taunt, right? They would go for like Flare Blitz, I would assume. Actually, a double knockout here for us would actually be pretty good because we can bring Incineroar in. Okay, but they don't. I'm debating to like max guard and then Nightshade again. right? Because it would Incineroar attack us, or would... Because here, okay, here's my plan. Dusclops faints, we bring in Incineroar, we fake out the Incineroar, and then we max... close combat. Max Knuckle, sorry, the Incineroar, to just ensure the KO. And then from there, it's pretty much game. So do we just max guard? Yeah, let's max guard. I just really want Incineroar gone. And if I were my opponent, I would probably only really go for Flare Blitz on the Glacier. That's why, like, KOing Incineroar is just, it's huge, and we gotta, like, go for it. Unless they double up. I don't see them. If they do double up into Glacier, then Nightshade will just finish off Incineroar. Because I'm assuming the set on the Incin is Taunt, Fake Out, Flare Blitz, and Parting Shot. No, that is the set. So it doesn't have Darkest Lariat, which is a little unfortunate, but yeah. Goes down. That's fine. And they probably oh, but we can't Fake Out because of Misty. Or Psychic Terrain. Oh, that's actually gonna be an issue. Is it? Because Incineroar gets the -1 here. They don't really have like an attack boost or like defense boost, right? No, so the -2 attack. So we can just like Flare Blitz or Darkest Lariat. I'm actually down to just like Flare Blitz the Togekiss and then Knuckle the Incin. Because Incineroar doesn't die here, right? Or sorry, Togekiss or Glacier, sorry. Oh yeah, that barely does anything, so I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, and Incineroar just bodied that Togekiss. And we max Knuckle, we get +2 attack. And then we live the next turn and we just pretty much finish it off. Which is good. I think we played this game really, really well. Especially with getting the Expanding Force damage off onto the Spectrier. I think that was pretty lucky, and I think it ended up paying off big. Because you don't really ever see Dynamax Togekiss. Togekiss is like hard support, and it's definitely better off not being Dynamaxed. Just because you can go for things like Thunder Wave, Air Slash, which is just, I think in my opinion, just so much better than just trying to Dynamax something that's not like meant to be Dynamaxed. But I understand that, you know, they had to do that and like try and like take the game back, I guess. I think that was like, they made the best out of a worse situation, I'll say. Alright, but that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And the next VGC battle is actually going to be in Series 8. So I'm excited for that, to try out some different teams with restricted Pokemon. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.